Jordan Peterson seems to think that hallucinogens have spooky magic powers.
I would never construe it as a scientific issue because science can't confirm the supernatural. I mean, we are blocked until somebody demonstrates a mechanism by which we can explore and confirm the existence of the supernatural and then confirm that it actually can impact the natural world. We're stuck, which is why science relies on methodological naturalism.
You seem to be able to do it with psychedelic drugs.
You seem to be able to do what with psychedelic drugs?
Well, everybody that takes them under reliable settings generally comes back and claims the presence of a mystical experience.
Okay, first of all, I guess I haven't been taking them under reliable settings because nothing I've ever experienced on psilocybin or LSD has been even the slightest bit mystical. Secondly, after Matt said that science can't confirm the supernatural or confirm that it impacts the natural world, Peterson says you seem to be able to do it with psychedelic drugs. Really? Does Peterson really think that psychedelic drugs allow science to confirm the supernatural? How does the fact that people report mystical or religious experiences confirm that those experiences are anything more than natural?
Yeah, and that seems to be duplicatable and replicable across cultures in labs with multiple different substances, the chemical constituents of which are known very well. It's like it's part of this religious phenomenology, and to me that's just a set of facts.
But the question is whether we can confirm that religious phenomenology is anything more than natural. The fact that people have experiences on drugs that they refer to as mystical does not confirm this.
As someone who's been high as a kite, I fully agree that people take drugs and report experiences that they describe as mystical or supernatural. Just like people report other experiences as if they were religious or ghosts or whatever. We have no way of confirming that this something mystical or supernatural actually happened. What this is about the language.
Stops people from smoking.
Well, you can stop smoking without any sort of supernatural intervention.
No, not really.
You can't stop smoking without supernatural?
There aren't really any reliable chemical means for inducing smoking cessation.
Well, if you're using psychedelic drugs to stop smoking, even if it is to elicit a mystical experience that doesn't occur every time you take them, aren't you using a chemical means?
You can use a drug called bupropion. I think that's the one. It's whatever Wellbutrin is.
Is that supernatural?
No, you don't need a supernatural effect, but it doesn't work very well. But if you give people magic mushrooms, psilocybin, and they have a mystical experience, they have about an 85% chance of smoking cessation with one treatment. But that's kind of like evidence, you know. It's kind of like evidence.
It's evidence that you can take mushrooms and increase your chance of quitting smoking. But
no, it's not. It's indication that if you take mushrooms and you have a mystical experience.
But what reason do we have to believe that such an experience is supernatural? The fact that a drug has psychological effects that in turn have behavioral consequences is not evidence of the supernatural. What's the simpler explanation? That there is a particular kind of natural psychological experience, which people call mystical, that is unique in its efficacy at helping people stop smoking, or that magic somehow gets involved? Now there is an interesting question here, which is what is it about this particular kind of experience that is so effective at helping people stop smoking, but on what planet is it at all reasonable to infer that the answer is supernatural intervention? To everyone who helps me out on Patreon, you're a big help. Thanks so much.